Hello everyone, howdy cowboys. Today I am here with another new angle because you needed more of those, right? So I'm still working on that vlog where I'm like finishing a bunch of books I'm in the middle of. I promise part 2 will be out one day. One day it will be out. But today I'm here because my family takes this vacation to the beach every year for a week, and I always, I would say on average I read about 1.5 books in a week. It's gone up exponentially in quarantine, but usually in normal living I read about 1.5 books a week. But at beach week I read like 4 to 5 books in a week, which is a lot for me. So I thought it'd be fun if I make like a beach TBR and then a beach wrap up to so you can check in and see how I did at my beach week. So here, I've left them all on the ground. So let me pick them up. Here, I'm going to talk about my beach TBR. I picked out some books. I might bring more books to the beach, but I'm definitely bringing these. So let's go through them. The first book I have is Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare because I'm a terrible fan and I still haven't read this. I've had this pretty much since it came out and I haven't read it yet, and it is not good. Not good. I really want to read it. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna love this book so much, I'm gonna save it for when I really need it, but then I just never read it. I'm sure all of you know who Cassandra Clare is, but this is a first book in a new series by her. It takes place in something London, turn of the century, like 1800s into 1900s. I think that could be totally incorrect, but it's London in the past, and it's about the children of the main characters in the Infernal Devices series. I'm really, really excited to read it. I already know that Christopher is going to be my favorite character just from the short stories I've read, so I'm really excited to read this. Book number 2 is Truly Madly Guilty by Liane Moriarty. So I've read Big Little Lies, and then last year at the beach I read 9 Perfect Strangers by Liane Moriarty, so I thought it would be like poetic or something if I brought another one of her books to the beach and read it. Also, I feel like these books are like perfect beach reads, like the thrillery, adult, fun books. I have absolutely no idea what this is about. So let me read the back and I'll get right back to you. Give me a sec. Okay, so I read the back and this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So it just sounds like it's about a bunch of people and some drama. So I'll let you know afterwards what's it about, because the back was not enlightening whatsoever. So I'm excited about this. I really enjoyed Liane Moriarty's other 2 books that I've read by her, so I'm really excited. I'm sure even though this is long, I can blow through this. Like, the font is like gargantuan. Anyway, so that's number 2. My third book is The Boy Most Likely To. You can't even see that. The Boy Most Likely To by Huntley Fitzpatrick. So I read My Life Next Door by her like a millennia ago when it was actually relevant. This is definitely not relevant anymore. I don't think Huntley Fitzpatrick has written a book in like 5 years. But anyway, I read My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I'm losing it. By Huntley Fitzpatrick. I read My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I read that when I was like 14 or 15, and I remember I loved it. And then I bought this, and now it's been sitting on my shelf for like 6 years. So what better time to read it than the present, am I right? I really don't remember a lot about My Life Next Door, but I'm pretty sure that like the main character's brother, I think it's the main male character's sister and then some other guy in My Life Next Door, and I can't remember how they were related to those main characters, but related somehow, and it's their love story. And I'm pretty sure I don't need to remember anything about My Life Next Door for this to make sense, because it's just like, like a YA contemporary. So I wanted to bring this because, one, it's been on my shelf forever, but also like this is like my perfect beach read. Like the Liane Moriarty book, like fun, contemporary, really quick. Like, I could probably read this in one day. There's fonts even bigger than the Leah and Moriarty book. That is like size 18 font. So yeah, I have this one. All right, numero quattro on the stack is, all right, this is going to take some time to explain, but that's okay. So it's a Cherub book, and it's called The Fall by Robert Mitchumore. And so one of my good friends loves this series. It's a middle grade series, kind of like Alex Horowitz, if you guys have ever heard of that series. It's definitely not that popular. I don't see these a lot, like in Barnes & Noble. But one of my good friends loves this series, so she got me into it a while ago. And this is the 7th one. So I've read the first 6, and I've really enjoyed them. I think I already said this, but it's a middle grade series. I've really enjoyed them, and they're pretty episodic. So it's been a while since I've read the first 6, but I feel like I'll be fine because like each book is like a new, a new mission. I was about to say like a new adventure, and I was like, that's not exactly the right word. Like a new adventure. And it's about this, hold on, what's his name? James. It's about this boy named James, and he kind of grows up and like becomes a spy throughout these books. James is a kind of a dick, but he's supposed to be, like, everyone's always calling him out on it. So I really enjoy like the missions. They're really fun, they're really quick. Again, if you sense a theme, I'm trying to like get quick reads. They're really quick stories, and they're really fun. Yeah, James is a douche, but I'm pretty sure the author knows he's a douche and likes to play with it. His sister, so James's sister is also in these books. Her name is Lauren. Her name's Lauren. And she's awesome. She's like way better than James. I think there's a sequel series all about her, but for now we're hanging with James. So yeah, I finally need to read this because this is my friend's copy, and I've had it for like 2 years and I haven't read it yet. So I'm trying to read that. Okay, so I have 2 more I want to talk about. The next one is called The Last Book Party by Karen Ducas? My grandmother actually loaned me this book. I'm sure you're sensing the theme is one, books I need to like return or that I've had for a long time, and also quick books. This book is tiny. It's like 200 pages tops. Okay, 230 pages, but whatever. I also really don't know what this is about. So it's like, I still didn't really get a lot from that synopsis. It's like about Cape Cod and about writing, and writers and working for writers. Again, I'll let y'all know more in the wrap up about what I'm even reading. But my grandmother thought I would really like this, so that is enough of a recommendation for me to read it. And it's really short, and it's about books, and like I like books, so yeah. Yeah, so I have this one. I have one more. It's The Humans by Matt Haig. I've heard, I got crap all over my copy. That's not supposed to be there, but let's ignore it. I've heard amazing things about this. Again, it's a really quick book. It's about, this one I actually know what it's about. It's a miracle. It is about this alien who's like supposed to destroy Earth, and he like jumps into a human body, and then he just starts to learn about Earth from that human man's body and starts to like humans, which sounds like a pretty like cliche plot, but I've heard this book is amazing. I've heard incredible things about Matt Haig. He's written a lot of fiction, but he's also written some nonfiction about mental health or mental illness and mental health. So I really wanted to check him out, and so I haven't read anything by him. He's really hard to find in stores, so I asked for this for like a Christmas present. I was like, get it from Amazon! So that's what I did. Well, that's what my family did. They got this for me as a present. But I'm really excited to read this. I've heard it's really funny. And again, it's really quick. So I am hoping that I can finish all those books. So yeah, here's my little TBR for the beach. I know you guys probably haven't heard of a lot of these, but that's okay. After I read them, you will have heard of them. So let's hope I can do it. Yeah. Here they all are. Yay! Tune back in. So I leave for the beach in like 3 days, and then I'll be there for a week, and then after that week, I'll film all my thoughts on, or you'll see if I finished all these, and you can see my thoughts on all of them. So yeah, toodles!